need to start recording. There we go. Now we're recording. I mean, it seems okay on the, like, audio levels, so it's probably fine. I think here we want to defend, defend, strike. Venerate is usually something that you want to stack as much as possible, but when your starting deck only has Falling Star as the thing that costs stars, I'm okay just getting in extra damage, especially against something that's going to end up buffing itself. Because now we have Venerate, Falling Star, Strike, and it dies. Cool. Wow. So, I mean, Pillar of Creation is one of the cards that incentivizes the create a card deck, and, I mean, it's really cool in that deck. It's really good in that deck. The thing is, this is the kind of card that ideally you want to be taking when you already have some enablers for it, because it currently does nothing. And there's a chance, obviously, sure, I could pick up some enablers, but there's also a chance that I just don't see any enablers or only see a few, and then it is just this really awkward card in my deck, whereas Glow is always going to be great. So we're going to take Glow. So I've actually been pretty okay with going after the one that's buffing itself, even though the buff is Thorns, which usually you wouldn't want to be attacking into Thorns, but it's only 2 Thorns, and the turn after these apply Thorns, they attack for a lot. So it's definitely a situation where I want to be prioritizing killing these so that I don't take a shit ton of damage next turn. I think I'll go ahead and Glow. I don't know. Drawing Double Strike is a little awkward. Let's see. So we can go defend Falling Star. It will attack for 9. Now, do I want to defend Strike? I think we can just take 1. Oh, I should have venerated. That was silly. It doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, because here it's dead to this. I can play Glow, and then, yeah, it's dead to Strike, or we could defend there. Either one is fine. These are all super medium, especially when we've already picked up an amazing way to make more stars. Hidden Cache is just... This card is a little bit better than I was giving it credit for, but it's one of the more mediocre. It's one of the worst ways to make stars, and we already have some of the good ones. This is okay. Especially upgraded, you know, not bad. Especially if you have, like, an attack that does multiple hits or something like that. Like, that's pretty cool. And also Vigor stacks, which is kind of interesting. So, like, even if you have a turn where you play this and then you don't play an attack, it carries over. So that's kind of neat. I could see Patter being okay. This also isn't bad. It's basically a little bit better Strike, wherein... And then against some attacks and some enemies, it's, like, really good. I feel like this is more generally useful, but when in doubt, take an attack, and we currently don't have any attacks. I'm gonna try this card. I feel like I've had it I think I've had it in, like, one of my decks. Huh. So I do think this is pretty interesting. You can get up to, like, 90 or 80 max HP at least quite easily with this. And the first one is basically free. So let's get to 81. I'm very okay with that. Ooh, okay, so I do think a Spiral on a defend is pretty good. Like, long-term, that is going to matter a lot more. However, with us being at A9 now, where things hit a lot harder, I think healing makes sense so that we can get guaranteed upgrades out of both of these. Having Spiral would be sick, there's no doubt about it. Okay, we did hit one fight here, which I was kind of hoping for, so that's good. So, I mean, I could Patter Falling Star, or I could Falling Star Patter. Obviously, I would have liked to have sequenced this so the extra damage could have worked with Vulnerable. In this case, I don't know if it matters how I sequence it. I guess we didn't need to play that second defend, but that's fine. Okay, so this turn, definitely want to maintain our life, especially while we're weak. I just can't deal that much damage anyway. For just, like, a regular enemy, this thing is no joke. So I could glow trying to draw Falling Star. Interesting. So we play 1 defend, and then I think I strike just to make sure it dies next turn. Because then we have Falling Star, Robert Patterson, this. Oh, it's not even... I know it's Robert Pattinson. I'm just being a silly person. But it still puts it closer to dead, so I think that was okay. I don't know. That is interesting. Cosmic Indifference I do like. The issue is where he took a block card. I think Cosmic Indifference is better than Patter by, like, a decent amount. Knockout Blow is just so committal, is I think the biggest problem. Bulwark isn't bad because while it is defensive, it is also theoretically offensive. I'm gonna take Bulwark. I don't know. I think it's a decent balance of both. We have to upgrade Glow. The difference between 2 stars and 1 star is insane. And yeah, I mean, having damage for something like this is pretty fucking nice. We're gonna strike, defend, defend. I want to kill this as quickly as possible, and I have Glow that also makes stars. But yeah, like, this thing can be pretty scary. I think we want a Falling Star, Bulwark, and then Patter? Again, I don't know if it really matters, but my thought process with that is... Well, I guess it's gonna make me weak, right? Because my thought process was I could pop, like, Attack Potion. I mean, Dying Star is really good to just have in my deck. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Alright. So Glow into Falling Star is good here. And then Sovereign Blade does not kill it. Sovereign Blade in conjunction with this would kill it, but, like, that's using both of my potions, but, like, otherwise I'm just taking a zillion this turn, right? Like, we're taking 9? And it's not even necessarily... Yeah, you know what? It's not even necessarily dead. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Wow, that was kind of jank. Alright, well, Shining Strike is unbelievable, so we're gonna take Shining Strike. Resonance is great, but Shining Strike is, like the card. Like, that, it is him. Let's put it that way. So we can lead with Glow, or I can just Bulwark Strike? I think Glow gives me the most options here. Yeah, like, Falling Star is pretty solid. So let's see what we can do. If I Falling Star, I could kill one of these, but that's kind of eh. I think we can just go Falling Star this. I'll put it to 14. If I Falling Star this, it dies to 2 strikes, so I think that makes more sense. And then I can Sovereign Blade this guy. I could also play... Actually, that's not terrible. I could play Patter and then Sovereign Blade this for lethal. It's not horrible. And then take 3. Okay, now killing this here is pretty fucking important. I need to do this math. So, double Shining Strike is sadly not enough. Yeah, alright, we're just gonna have to kill this. Because there's no way... I guess unless I... No, even Glow into Sovereign Blade doesn't do it, because Sovereign Blade's 20. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So in that case, we'll just Shining Strike this, pass. And then... This turn, I can just, like, Shining Strike this. I could also just, like, Patter Sovereign Blade again. Because then what? I mean, I'd really like to redraw Shining Strike. Yeah, fuck. I think we go this. And then this would be 10 plus 6, so it doesn't kill either one of these. But this just straight up dies to Sovereign Blade next turn. I guess that works. Because then we can go Shining Strike Sovereign Blade, sure. Reflect is pretty good. I am down for Reflect. Yeah, I mean, this is still kind of a rough stretch. But, like, I mean, Reflect was a really good pickup, and we have some solid ways to generate stars, right? So, like, our survivability's pretty good. Oh, Bronze Scale's fucking insane, especially when I'm a little bit more defensively oriented. That seems amazing. I'm a huge fan of upgrading Shining Strike. You're playing it basically every turn, so you may as well get that maximized damage. I mean, Bulwark Reflect is really good here. Do I even need... So this is 12... Like, I could Reflect Strike, I suppose, but I feel like charging up Sovereign Blade makes sense. Okay, so this is 10-18. So... Patter Sovereign Blade would kill this one. And then I would take 7. Because of Thorns? I kind of don't hate just, like, Patter. This is going to buff itself, so I think I Shining Strike here. Which actually... I should have played Patter after. Yeah. 13. Yeah, I definitely should have played it after. That was really loose. And then we defend. Because this is going to die to... Well, I guess if I'm playing Shining Strike next turn, does it really matter anyway? I don't know. Okay, so we Shining Strike this to get rid of it. And then we... I'm still short on Sovereign Blade. Yeah, see, that's where that line actually really ended up fucking me. 13. Because, I mean, I can Falling Star Sovereign Blade. Because, like, this is going to take a lot from Thorns, right? So if I just, like, block Potion... I could even just, like, get rid of this guy, right? Just, like, Sovereign Blade here. Is that good? I know what's on top, actually, so if I glow... into, like, Falling Star Shining Strike, is that better? Because Shining Strike is still short on this, because I fucking played terribly. I guess, yeah, Falling Star Shining Strike, sure, and then pass. And this will take 9 from Thorns. And then we can kill this... Wait, I can't kill this with Sovereign Blade. That was the whole point. Oof. Oof. Well, luckily I'm good at this game, so this still kills it. But, like, that was loose. I mean, Shining Strike Reflect gets it done. Alright, that was a little sloppy. Had to use a potion where I... Oh my god, Void Form's nuts. Void Form's absolutely nuts. This is a pretty good card in the Stars deck, too. And if I had taken that, you know, gain block whenever you create a card, this would be a lot more attractive. But, I mean, Void Form is just insanity. Interesting. Okay, so I think I, like, Reflect. I mean, Patter Strike doesn't even break through this, so we may as well just stack the Patter, play Venerate. And then, oh, this is a perfect turn for Void Form. We can go Glow, especially with Candelabra. I mean, it doesn't matter this turn, but... because there's nothing else relevant for me to play. Okay, so let's go Bulwark. I think Free Falling Star is fine. And then I can Shining Strike this and Sovereign Blade it. Nice, excellent. Excellent. Particle Wall is unbelievable, so I'm going to take Particle Wall. It is... I have, like, all the best defensive options. We kind of need a little bit more of the offensive ones. Yeah, we need to maximize... Oh, shit, that's right. I was going to say we need to maximize damage dealt to this every turn, but I can't play both of those on turn 1. unless I have a way to make stars, which I do not. So we need to just play Reflect and pass. Because that does maximize damage. I mean, continuing to draw Void Form on turn 2 is absolutely perfect. I think we just go Patter, Defend, Void Form, Pass. Just kind of maintain our defensive options here. So Shining Strike. Strike. Because I guess Free Bulwark makes more sense. And then we just, like, Venerate Strike. And then we may as well strike one more time just to fully break this. Okay, and then Bulwark redraw is good. Defend is good. And then, is it worth Sovereign Blading here? It would put it to... because we really need to figure out this math. Like, putting it below 20. So this would deal 20... putting it to 27, or we do this, which puts it to 43, and then this, which puts it to 37. Necro is so broken, dude. Appreciate you tuning in, Hoist. We actually had somebody else from the old stream days tuning in. I think they live in Europe, because they said it was about 1 a.m. When they were tuning in, when it was 11 a.m. for me. But, yeah, it was cool to see some more people from the old days. Appreciate you, man. So, either way, the clock is the same. And actually, it will take 2 Thorns as well, right? So this is effectively 10 with Hardened Shell. And then it will take 6 more, so it'll take 14 total. Because 10... or I guess this is effectively 10, and then 6 more, so it'll take 16 total. So it'll be at 31, and yeah, the clock's the same. I just feel like retaining Sovereign Blade makes more sense. Because then I just, like, have it on a turn that I need it. Yeah, the clock's the same. So... Free Particle Wall is ridiculous, so let's do that. And we'll play Shining Strike. And then Sovereign Blade just kills it next turn. Yep, sweet. Okay, excellent. This is why I felt like retaining Sovereign Blade in that line made sense. Okay, sick. Ooh, Fencing Manual's not horrendous. Oh, wow, dude. I mean, I already have Particle Wall, and I was saying that, like, we really need more of the offensive options, so Solar Strike is perfect. I think Glow, just in a vacuum, is better than this, but we already have a Glow, and like I said, and also Particle Wall is better than both of these, as long as you have enough enablers, but we already have Particle Wall, and we really need aggression here. Alright, this stretch is actually ending up being pretty decent. We got through some elites, like, not too bad. Okay, definitely lead with our card draw. Oh, that's so fucking awkward. That's so fucking awkward. Wow. Oh god, this actually changes things a lot. So I can Sovereign Blade for 20. We can also just Bulwark to charge this up, which is okay. Or we just, like, Solar Strike. I guess that's... I mean, that's slightly less damage than Sovereign Blade, but we keep Sovereign Blade around? I don't know, does that matter? I mean, Reflect is amazing here. I'm gonna Shining Strike and then Patter, I think, just to give myself the most flexibility. Also, it makes Sovereign Blade hit for a little bit more, which is completely fine. And then Shining Strike kills this. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, this is going pretty well. Ooh, Resonance is an excellent pickup in this deck, especially since I'm right before an upgrade, and we can happily upgrade this. So... it seems insane to not upgrade Void Form, right? But I think with the amount of... with the amount of shit that I have in my deck... I feel like the first 2 things being free is completely fine. Like, that's still plenty good. This is the Dex Potion, yeah. And then, what, Resonance? God, because I mean, the difference between upgraded resonance and unupgraded resonance is just so huge. I don't know. Let's see here. I mean, I think upgrading Void Form just makes the most sense, and going forward, having upgraded Void Form is really important. So, I mean, that's pretty defensible, I think. So, Solar Strike, Venerate, Patter seems okay. I could have also pattered before I Solar Struck. I don't know how much that really matters. God, well, as long as we continue to draw turn 2 Void Form, the game's gonna be easy. Because we get to go Reflect, Beckon, Void Form. Yes, please. And then Falling Star is free. I think we free Sovereign Blade here. I do have Bulwark, but I'm not going to be able to play Bulwark plus Sovereign Blade on the same turn anyway. So I think that's fine. And then we Shining Strike, defend. Yeah, we can just play everything, so it doesn't really matter. Well, obviously we want to lead with Resonance before we do anything else. And we may as well Forge. Alright, pass. This hasn't been terrible. I mean, we got it down to about half health already. Okay. Sequencing on this doesn't really matter. And then we may as well do this just to get in 2 extra points of damage. Like, why not? And then... obviously Resonance again. Shining Strike. I mean, we may as well Venerate. A little bit unfortunate that we don't get to line up a good Reflect this turn, but we're still in solid shape here. Bulwark is awesome. And then... yeah, let me just dump our hand. Okay, Shining Strike... and then Sovereign Blade kills this. Wow, that was actually like a really, really clean fight. I mean, that's the power of Void Form. Void Form is just so nuts. It's funny because had I taken the... this is actually a lot better when you have the thing that is like benefit... you gain block when you create cards. Because then this could be like 21 damage to everything, gain 15 block. Or like, this is pretty good with it too. But... with the deck that I'm playing, where we're very firmly on the, like, Stars Void Form type deck, I don't think we want either of these. This is okay. This actually could be okay with Void Form, because making it free makes it substantially better. The thing is, making most things free makes them substantially better. And we already have really solid defensive options. So, I'm like, this... so this is actually kind of interesting. Purely because I don't Sovereign Blade that much. And when I do Sovereign Blade, it's usually to either kill something or just on a turn where I need to stack up as much damage as possible. And this actually helps contribute to that. That is an interesting idea. And Sovereign Blade could easily be free with Void Form, right? Yeah. Yeah. That is another reason Void Form's nuts. Huh. So these are some of the weaker Pales options. I could see this being pretty good, because we do skip a decent amount of the time. This is kind of funny with Void Form, because with Void Form I will end up with unspent energy an okay amount of time. The issue is that if I have Void Form, like, does that even matter, right? So, first time you end your combat without playing cards. This just seems dangerous to me. I don't know. We'll just go with Wing. I'd say I skip about 50% of the time anyway. Okay, so then... Alright, we got some decent pathing options here. We have Late Merchant in 2 different areas, which I really... seems good. Well, let's see, how many rest areas? 1... Ooh, that would only be 2, and if we went this way, we miss the Merchant. It's a good amount of events, though. What happens if we go... I mean, that is substantially better. And then we hit this Merchant, which, you know, is earlier, but could end up being okay. What happens if we go this way? 1 rest area, 1 elite, 2 rest areas. I mean, our deck is really solid, so I think we could fight some elites and be pretty good. I think this path is kind of gas. Let's try this. Maybe I'm overestimating, but we've been in great shape so far. I mean, Resonance is amazing against this. So I think we just go, like, Resonance, Glow, Particle Wall, Solar Strike? That seems okay. And then we Solar Strike this one because it's going to be buffing itself. I think that's reasonable. Okay. And then... So, this says Sovereign Blade now hits an additional time. So it does 2 actual hits. Oof. I actually still can't kill either one of these unless I... Because they only take 9. Because my thought was I could Sword Sage Sovereign Blade this, and if this actually hits twice, then it will deal 9 to this twice, which would kill it. Yeah, that's a little rough. Maybe we should have gone after this because it was going to be taking a bunch of Thorns damage? That line kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, because normally going after the one that buffs itself does make a lot of sense, but this is going to be taking, like, basically half its HP in Thorns damage. So I think that actually does make sense. Yeah, because that makes it dead to basically anything that deals 1 instance of 9 damage or more next turn. So then we can go... Strike, Strike, Defend... And I don't think I need to Venerate here. I could play Sword Sage, because Sovereign Blade will just deal 9. I'm alright with that. And we take 5, which is more manageable. So if I want to play Void Form this turn, that's a little dangerous. Yes, it does hit specifically 2 times. Okay, that's important. So here... I mean, Patter will eat this, right? And then this is going to take 12 off of the Thorns triggers. So it's at relative life 11. We can put it to... I want to Patter after a Shining Strike. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because they're only taking 9. But, I mean, this is only dealing 9 anyway, so buffing it before I Shining Strike just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think it's kind of a similar situation, right? But, I mean, I get to put something back on top now. And I guess that's still pretty good, right? We can go, like, Shining Strike this, Patter Or no, I don't get to put something back on top. I was thinking this was the other one. That's not how powder works. And then, I mean, I can play defend, I suppose. It doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, and now this is dead to the Shining Strike that I know is on top. And then we can Falling Star defend, because Strike, yeah. Falling Star defend, take 2, and then this will die to basically anything. I guess Strike... I mean, I only took 2 anyway, but Strike might have actually been better because of how it works with dying to Thorns. That's interesting. I mean, we're obviously taking this. Photon Cut's real good, too. Photon Cut is real good, and I'm actually a little bit attack light. Wow. That seems crazy to me. It's a pass up. To pass up upgraded glow? I don't think I can pass up upgraded glow. Distilled Chaos is really good. It's probably better than this. Like, we have good survivability already. Orange Dough. Oh, wow. So this... Ooh, if you're playing the colorless deck, this is crazy. I'm not, but that's pretty cool. Oh, this seems gas. Definitely doing that. Especially because we have more combats here than I kind of would have liked, so that ends up working well. And then I could even, because I just spent a bunch of money, I could just even, like, pivot a different direction around a merchant now, right? So, like, we could go this way, this... I mean, I could still go this way, because it's a good amount of elite fights, but we could do 1, 2... Yeah, I could even pivot this way and do, like... God, that is a lot of fights, but we have this... Fights are also a little better with this. And, like, we still hit a good amount of rest areas, a good amount of elites. Alright. Yeah, because every other way we're hitting kind of a crappy merchant, or we're having to skip a rest area, so I think that makes sense. So... I would love to play Void Form this turn. I don't know if I can, because... I mean, Particle Wall is pretty good here, but I'll only prevent 10, which seems not enough to me. So I think we just reflect... I guess I glow first. Just maximum information. Interesting. Okay, and then we can reflect Shining Strike. Yeah, because we can't... Or I guess, could I have Falling Star Shining Struck? Hold on. Because if I could do that, I may as well, because it's just more damage. Need to think about that sequencing. So, play Glow. Yeah, we can. So we can go Falling Star, Shining Strike, Reflect. Okay, yeah, we may as well, because that's a little bit more damage. Took my Particle Wall, how fucking dare you. And then I'm gonna Sovereign Blade before it becomes airborne and takes less damage, because now... Oof. Well... That sucks. Because we can Bulwark defend. And I mean, I guess it does die next turn. Because the other option is just like Shining Strike, pop this, and then I know it dies. This is how much? I would take 5. I guess that's okay. I don't know. Because this is also going to take a Thorns hit, so it dies to legitimately anything. Yeah. Huh. So Photon Cut is good. So far, I haven't been struggling with damage that much. Let's sacrifice. I haven't been struggling with damage as much as I expected. This has been helping, actually. Okay, wow, that's a lot of fucking damage. I could see maybe Distilled Chaosing here? Because I feel like Distilled Chaos... Oh god, the issue though, actually, I think I would want to play cards before I Distilled Chaos, because if we hit Echo Form, we just get fucked, right? So... Power Potion. Because what am I looking for if I pop Power Potion? I don't know. That would be so hilarious if we hit Void Form. I guess I go defend, defend. I guess I hit the doesn't matter. They alternate attacking and blocking. I don't know if it matters. Alright, I mean, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, because they alternate attacking and blocking, I was thinking, like... maybe going after this one would have been reasonable so we could kill it the next turn. However, this also just kills it. Alright, and then we can just, like, strike this. I'm fine with that. And then Reflect is amazing this turn. I may as well Resonance as well. Gain myself some strength. Shining Strike this. Dude, that's so gas. Like, there are some events you can hit and stuff that just get you, like, ridiculous amounts of gold. It's really funny. So this card's just, like, so medium. Astral Pulse, Ass to Ass could actually be pretty good in my deck. I have a lot of ways to make stars. And we also have ways to just make shit free. And I do... Like, AoEs are really nice. The thing is, this is kind of funny with Void Form, because I'm easily going to be able to play 5 cards a turn, right? So it's essentially just, if you have Void Form, and also a shit like Particle Wall. Oh, wow. Like, I think this is a defensible sacrifice as well. I really do. But I don't hate having, like, this in my deck. Oh, I need to update that Nightbot message. I am currently uploading VODs, analysis, and clips. That has been happening for a few weeks now. Okay. I could see either of these being defensible, honestly. The amount of card draw I have... Well, we have Double Glow... We still have a lot of looks and a long way to go. I'm gonna try this. It seems like that has the potential to be much higher upside. Definitely want to upgrade Resonance. Okay. Reflect is just disgusting against this thing. So Resonance Reflect I would love to do, but we can't, so that's fine. So we'll just Reflect. I would also love to Venerate. Wow, this is tough. There's actually several decisions here, because I can defend Venerate, which is pretty good. We can also just, like, Sovereign Blade this, so that it... Oh, wait, no, it won't even die, though, because this will eat... Yeah, okay, so we'll go... Yeah, defend Venerate makes sense. And then this thing is going to be buffing itself, so I need to be pretty conscious of this. I mean, this is an insane turn for Void Form. So we can just, like... This is 19, this is 20. I mean, I'm taking 8. I don't really have a choice. But we need to go after this, because it's going to be buffing itself. Do I even need or want to put Shining Strike back on top? I mean, it's consistent damage, so I probably should. And then... So this is 19. Which straight up just kills this next turn. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. I'm alright with that. I theoretically could have not played Void Form and not taken 8, but that seems insane to me. So we'll Shining Strike this to kill it. Then we can Falling Star Sovereign Blade here. And then, I guess I should have played Particle Wall earlier to save the stars, but it's really not that big of a deal. Void Form is a stupid card, dude. It makes runs so much easier. This is actually great in my deck. I'm lacking a lot of attacks, and the more payoffs I get, the better this is going to get. So I'm actually very happy to pick up Crescent Spear here. I don't hate Sacrifice, again, because our damage output has actually been pretty decent, but we're going to need more damage as time goes on, and Crescent Spear is honestly a really solid one. Well, we can't play Void Form this turn. That is pretty obvious. Unless I, like, get insanely lucky with Colorless. I think I pop... Like, okay, so if I Power Potion, what am I looking for? Whereas with Colorless Potion, there's, like, a decent amount of block options. Interesting. I mean, Dramatic Entrance actually is kind of interesting here, because it hits this and triggers this, and I'll have 4 energy? I don't think that matters. Add a random colorless card. I mean, Mind Blast is okay damage, I guess, but I think this turn having access to more energy makes sense. And then what? I can glow and make a decision after that? Oh, wow. Okay, so we need to Bulwark. And then Shining Strike, I guess? I don't know. That's kind of rough, actually. Reflect is amazing, as it always is. And then I can Shining Strike... Sword Sage Defend Strike, sure. There's a lot of damage. This is why I debated if I maybe just wanted... Because, like, again, what am I looking for? And, like, maybe what I'm... You know what? Maybe what I'm looking for is on that turn with Reflect where I'm actually in pretty decent shape. Maybe I'm just looking for Void Form with this. Maybe that's what we're doing. So, I mean, I did this already, so let's repeat our line. And then... Bulwark... Glow, Shining Strike, pass. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because I think that's our best chance to really be able to get through this. So let's pop this first to get max information. Oh, fuck you so hard. In your booty hole. God, like... I mean, I guess with Sword Sage, this is not bad because it's essentially Forge 8. I guess. I don't know. It's pretty medium. Because, I mean, we also could have done that, right? Rather than play Shining Strike. I could have just played, Reflect, Sword Sage, 60 this guy? Especially since we know that it's not attacking, or that it is attacking for a decent amount the next turn. So redrawing, I think that makes sense. So, yeah, because then redrawing Shining Strike that turn actually isn't very good. Alright, fair enough. And then Shining Strike pass. And then here we have pop this, play Reflect. Oh, no, that's the issue. Never mind. That's the issue. If I do that, I can't play Reflect, which is obviously, like, I have to play this turn. Right. Okay. However, knowing that it's going to be attacking next turn for, like, a good amount, I don't actually think I want a Shining Strike. I think we want to try to draw better defensive options. Alright, Resonance. I mean, that kind of prices me into playing Venerate here, which, I mean, I guess is okay. We still do not have good blocks. So Falling Star Sovereign Blade, I think, is just necessary here. Yeah. And then Strike is reasonable. Pale Blue Dot will not trigger this turn. Strike puts it... I think I just need to strike it. God, that's a lot of fucking damage. Alright, Reflect is a really good draw here. So we can just Reflect, defend, pass, and then it will kill itself on its attack. Holy shit. I thought there was a chance I might be dead there. So, I do think Cloak of Stars is pretty good, but we already have really good defensive options, and Particle Wall is just like a much better version of this card. Resonance is great, and honestly, a second Resonance is not horrible. However, it is a bit taxing on our stars. Obviously, if we have something like Void Form, it just doesn't matter. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice this turn. Okay, not bad, not bad. Nice, and after our next fight, we get, this popping as well, which is really sick. Ooh, I quite like Happy Flower. Okay, so I think we want to do this fight so that this pops, so that I have the most information of what I want to do here going into this stretch. And that way, if I, like, pop 3 more relics, an elite fight could end up being a lot easier. So, yeah, I'm alright with that. So effectively, the two options I have this turn are, do I want to Bulwark plus Strike, or do I want to Particle Wall plus, like, Strike Sword Sage? I'm gonna try this line. Because this damage does really add up. Glow is very good here. Let's play PBD. And then... I mean, Sovereign Blade for that, it really isn't horrible. But I think the correct line is Resonance, Venerate, Strike. And then pass. And then... Huh. Oof. If we had 3 stars, this could have been such a sick turn with Void Form, but it's okay. We can go Glow. Interesting. Because Glow Reflect is still pretty decent here. We can just, like, Reflect Shining Strike so that I can Falling Star this. Which actually I think was incorrect sequencing. And then we can defend. Yeah, I could have actually gotten in a little bit more damage if I had played Shining Strike. Or if I had played Falling Star first, and then we play Shining Strike to get the additional damage, so then we can then play Reflect after that. That was the correct sequencing. Okay, this is not horrible. We do this. Oh, my Solar Strike's still unupgraded. I need to fix that. So then we go Solar Strike. Well, here. I need a Particle Wall. And then I guess I can Solar Strike Particle Wall again. That's fine. Because I could Venerate for 1 more. I guess I could have Venerated anyway. I don't know. Maybe that's correct. But I know that I'm redrawing Shining Strike, right? Does this just kill it? Not quite yet. Now, Shining Strike Bulwark, is it going to have... What is the buff that this thing does? I think I play Bulwark here just to try to kill this with Sovereign Blade on the following turn. So this is 64, and this is at 61. I mean, yeah. Sweet. Ooh, Frozen Egg is great. Oh, Captain's Wheel's so good, too. This kind of shit is especially good when I have Echo Form in my deck. Because... Yeah, all three of these were good hits off of that, off of this. Like, this just helps with survivability. This is fantastic. And this also helps tremendously with survivability. I do think Quasar is actually not bad, especially upgraded. The reason is that if you get bad options, you can just skip. And it can lead you to some pretty decent stuff. I don't hate sacrificing here, though. Sacrificing keeps our deck small. I feel like I basically have to rest at the next rest area. I've been relatively happy with Quasar. I do think it's a pretty solid card. That's hard, because I do have... I mean, problem is, like, everything's insane with Void Form. So looking at it from that perspective, I don't really think matters. I have an okay amount of ways to make stars, for sure. I'm gonna sacrifice here. I don't know. I do think Quasar is a pretty good card. That's close. That's really close. I mean, I would love to do this stretch, but we're struggling a little bit more than I expected, and we're at Ascension 9 where everything hits a lot harder, so I think I'm gonna be safe and go this way. Okay, this is pretty good. So we can go Shining Strike, Friscante Spear, and then just Strike. I don't think I need to Venerate, because I'm going to be drawing Shining Strike on the following turn anyway. Wow, this is interesting sequencing. God, this hits so fucking hard. This is what I mean. This is why I went this way. God damn, dude. I almost feel like I have to pop this potion, but I think we can glow first. Ugh, that's so fucking tilting. Because being able to play Bulwark plus Void Form this turn would be so fucking good. Equilibrium's pretty perfect here. So correct sequencing is Equilibrium, Defend, Falling Star to make this weak, and then play Void Form. Alright. Had to use a potion, but not bad, not bad. Now, to be fair, actually, hold on. I forgot about the fact that I have Permafrost. And Permafrost actually helps a lot with establishing this. Let me think about that. Now, how does that change things? So I'll get 6 block when I play this. It's 11. Plus Falling Star? That's actually probably okay. So we play this. We play Falling Star. Yeah, then I'll only take 3. I'm completely okay with that. And then we just go like Shining Strike Void Form. Yeah, sure. Forgot about Permafrost. Shit matters. Okay, so... With Captain's Wheel this turn, Bulwark is like more than enough to get us there. So I guess sequencing as far as damage... So Bulwark will be enough even through this debuff. So we want to like Resonance, Shining Strike, and then I guess I can just play this and Strike and pass. I don't know. I guess I should have Stricken before I played Bulwark. Slightly better sequencing. Well, this is amazing this turn. So we can play Reflect, play Particle Wall, play Robert Patterson, and then it might actually just die. It does just die. Excellent. Oh, wow. So, I mean, So this is interesting, because two Shining Strikes by themselves, like, if you have both of them, you kind of don't need both of them. But having one... Mhm. But having two greatly increases your chances of drawing it, and it's pretty important in my deck. That being said, my deck's small enough, and we have things like Double Glow, that I don't really think we need this. I think I'd rather just sacrifice and get another relic. Yeah, Gambling Chip's insane. I'm very okay with that. Interesting. So Sword Sage can be pretty good against this. The issue is... Oh, and this thing's actually really insane against these guys. And I'm thinking, if I play out a trigger Permafrost, I guess I could, like, Reflect Sword Sage? That's honestly not that bad. Okay. Because then these mostly die anyway. And now we can... 9. Oh, this being at 1 really sucks. Was there any way I could have gotten around that? I mean, I would have had to have attacked it on the previous turn. Let's see. Because... Yeah, alright. I just can't play Void Form this turn. So we'll go Venerate. Oh, Venerate Resonance doesn't get me there. Never mind. So that's actually wrong. Hold on. Right. I keep forgetting my Venerate's not upgraded, which matters, for sure. So I pitched this and this, I think? Yeah, so instead of Reflect Sword Sage... Knowing how this math works, I could just go, like, Reflect, Solar Strike, Defend. Because that then does just kill this. Yeah, maybe that's better, and that allows me to focus on this a little bit more. I mean, it's still not a great turn, but it's a little bit better. Right, so then I Venerate... I mean, does Sovereign Blade matter here? I think playing this is just better. Especially because this is going to take it... Well, hold on. If I deal 9 to this... I mean, I'd still get all 3 hits because of Thorns. I mean, I can pop these. Where are we at? Really like to save these for the boss if I could. Really like that. We're going to have to heal before the boss, like, almost guaranteed. Alright, I guess I Sovereign Blade like this. Play Defend, play Void Form. Oh, and that's true, because I didn't play... That's right, because I didn't play Sword Sage earlier, then Void Form triggers Permafrost, which actually really mattered. Okay, so I only ended up taking 1. Right. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, that was pretty good. Oh, wow. So, Cosmic Indifference is a really good, like, important card. This thing's great, though, and I am lacking a little bit of good damage payoff, so I think we take Gamma Blast. Now, is Skill Potion better than either one of these? That's a really fucking good question. This is really important for survivability, but Skill Potion might be better than Colorless Potion? Genuinely not sure. Huh. Oh, wow. I mean, Equilibrium's a good card. It's a lot of block, and it gives you a good amount of options. Also, if we end up with any, like, Colorless Matters cards, this is pretty good. This is solid upgraded, for sure. And there's also Second Reflect. Kind of what I said about Shining Strike. There's Hans Glimmer. Hans Glimmer is probably a card we want. Is that better than Equilibrium? Yeah, probably. If I had Colorless Matters payoffs, this would actually be a really good pickup. I think we just remove a strike. Like, Second Reflect is pretty nice. Second Reflect is definitely pretty nice, but strikes are so bad. Alright, let's heal. And I think this deck is pretty solid. The Gamma Blast was actually, like, a really reasonable pickup. Okay, what do we need to do on turn 1? I do not think we want Sovereign Blade. I'm okay just redrawing that. We need some survivability. I would not mind playing Pale Blue Dot. If we could avoid it. Let's try like this. Interesting. Alright, let's go Skill Potion first, get the most amount of information. Well, that's interesting. So I could turn this and this into Minion Sacrifice. Gain 18 block. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. The Smiths is also pretty decent, especially when I have the thing that makes Sovereign Blade hit twice. This is actually, like, pretty attractive. So if I take that, then what am I doing? I'm playing, like, Bulwark plus Resonance, which is also pretty okay. Huh. I mean, this is something I wouldn't mind redrawing. With Sword, whatever it is, Sword thingy, Sword Sage. I mean, this is kind of gas. Let's try it, especially because it's free now. And then I can, like, Bulwark. Oh, fuck. Forgot to pop the other potion. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie poopsie. This shit fucking matters, so I'll just pop this now before I forget. So I replaced this, this, and this, I think? Yeah. We pop that, then we pop this. We grab the Smiths, we play the Smiths. And then we Bulwark... Resonance. I don't know. Bulwark Glow is kind of defensible, because if I Resonance this turn, there's a chance that if I draw, like this, I couldn't play it, or like this. But we just drew incredibly well, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, we definitely need to lead Glow, because we really, 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 really want to try to find Void Form this turn. Okay, Particle Wall is actually really good here. So let's go Hans Glimmer. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, so playing Sword Sage for free next turn seems great. So let's put that back on top. And then we Shining Strike this. We go Particle Wall, and then when I play Void Form, I'm going to trigger Permafrost, right? So that'll be 17. I don't think I need to play Particle Wall again. 17, this is 23. And then Void Form just takes over the game. I'm okay with that. For the same reason I don't think I need to play Falling Star. Like, yes, I'm redrawing Shining Strike, and that might just be good enough. But, I don't know. Okay, so obviously we want to establish Sword Sage. And then, like, Reflect is free. I guess Sovereign Blade technically costs 1, but, I mean, look at that fucking damage output. And then we Shining Strike here. I could just Sovereign Blade this. Honestly, I think I do. I think I actually Sovereign... Because this is going to buff itself. Let's see. Yeah, because I have a chance to redraw it as well if I do this, which would be really powerful. I guess I sequenced that slightly wrong. Because if that was actually the line I was going for, I could have, Okay. so fucking close. Yeah, see, had I sequenced better... had I sequenced better... We would have just killed it this turn, which, you know, generates substantially better survivability, and actually really fucking matters. Alright, let's just glow a whole bunch. Ew. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We can just put, like... I'm not Sovereign Blading this turn, so we can just put that back on top. Absolutely play the Smiths. Then we go Pale Blue Dot, Particle Wall, Particle Wall again. Shining Strike needs to happen. And then I just, like, play a Defend. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And I'll draw additional cards from Pale Blue Dot, and we'll have, like, a decent amount of options. So, obviously, Sovereign Blade... Oh, Sovereign Blade just kills us. That's absurd. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh, wow. I mean... This card is, like, the payoff for the colorless deck. It's so insane. Like, if you have the ability to consistently make colorless cards, Arsenal is just nuts. I just don't have any. That's not true. That's not true. Hold on. That's not true. We have Sovereign Blade. And I could end up with another colorless card in my deck. I'm going to take Arsenal. Especially upgraded, it's so good. Big Bang's a solid card. Oh, wow. Huh. So this basically gives you... free potions. Like, free all potion slots at the beginning of every fight. Which is not bad. If I have the ability, I was going to say, if I have the ability to path to multiple merchants, this seems amazing. So I'm very happy with that. And we do have the ability to path to multiple merchants. Hell yeah. No, that's pretty gas, actually. Okay. Down for Signet Ring. And then... Okay, so what is the best path within this? Because we want to hit both of these merchants, which means I basically have to start this way. And then, I mean, if we go this way, we can hit one elite fight, which I'd probably like to do. Or if I absolutely have to pivot to another heal, we can go this way. It's no elite fights, but the thing is, with this much gold, I really want to hit two merchants, because there's a very high chance that one merchant will not have enough stuff that I want to spend all of this. I think we can ditch Sovereign... So what is my line this turn? They're attacking for 28. I'm not playing Resonance this turn. I may have to Weak Potion. Okay, I think we probably want the Defense. So... I mean, Reflect is, like, mandatory. And then I'll end up with 27. And this is 28. It's not horrible. Like, I could make one of these weak, I guess. Like, make this guy weak, and then just go, like, defend. Because now this is 24. Yeah, alright. Means that I don't get to play Venerate next turn, but... Yeah, that's just nuts. I was gonna say, one of these will just die to Sovereign Blade. And then... So, we Bulwark... Need to think about this sequencing. We Bulwark... Which then means Sovereign Blade kills this. I guess I may as well Hans Glimmer the Void form back on top, because next turn I will have Captain's Wheel, which helps me play this. And then we play Arsehole. And we Sovereign Blade this. Alright. Then this dies to Shining Strike. Though, I can just play Void Form, right? Because, yeah, we just eat that. Sick. This cool beans. In this fight, I don't really think it matters, but that is still the correct sequence. I mean, Glow is just too important. My goodness. My wife is very sneezy upstairs. Huh. Like, I don't think I'm playing Sovereign Blade this turn. I don't know. Crescent Spear's pretty solid. Pitching Glimmer seems weird, right? I don't know. It's just, I feel like I kind of have to play Bulwark this turn. And then what? I don't know. This seems like it gives me okay options. Sovereign Blade really isn't bad, though, especially if I'm playing Bulwark, right? Like... yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's just do these. Pitching Glow even might be weird. I don't know. So if we Bulwark plus Sword Sage, that's 19 block with this. I think I'd rather Glimmer it back on top so that I could play Sword Sage when I have Candelabra. Like, I think that makes more sense. I mean, Reflect is an amazing draw. Now, actually, how does that change things? Because I think now I just want to, like, Reflect, defend, play... probably Solar Strike? Because I can play Arsenal, but I'm not going to be playing Sovereign Blade anytime soon. Though, actually, Arsenal would help. Hold on, actually... so this is 26, right? If I play Reflect plus Sword Sage, then this will trigger Permafrost, and I only take 3, and then I can just put Bulwark back on top. I'm actually pretty okay with that. So let's go Reflect. And then we'll play Sword Sage. Because I don't know, Arsehole Solar Strike is pretty decent, too. Because having access... if the Solar Strike was upgraded, I would think there was more merit for that. I don't know. This is close. Because the idea is that this is just going to die to Thorns. So having max survivability makes sense. So maybe I did want to... I don't know. Anyway, we can Shining Strike... yes, maybe I did want to take that other line the following turn. Or the previous turn. I don't know. That's interesting. Why the fuck did I Falling Star this? That was horrible. I should have Falling Starred that guy. Whoopsie. I was like, well, I'm going to be attacking it. I should Falling Star it. No. So we pitch these two. The line was Hans Glimmer, put this back on top, play Reflect, play Sword Sage, even though I think that probably ends up being incorrect. That was the line we took. And then I Shining Strike this, Falling Star this, because I'm not a silly person. And then this dies. And now we can... I guess we Robert Patterson first. I may have even just been able to kill it with Sovereign Blade. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, Venerate's fine. Because it'll just die to Sovereign Blade next turn. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Guiding Star is fine, but I think I have a little bit better damage now. And I have enough card draw that I'm definitely okay just sacking that. Alright, let's see what our 999 gold gets. I mean, Orbit's crazy. Ooh, okay. The thing is, we have Void Form, so it's a little bit less necessary. However, currently... Lighter doesn't do anything, but it could. I think we definitely want to remove a strike. Let's start with that. That makes a lot of sense. We probably still want to buy Orbit. And Fan is awesome. Fan kicks ass. It's especially good with this. Make it so... Like, it's pretty good with things like Glow, Particle Wall, etc. Oh, that's interesting. That could be a pretty good oh shit button. And then plating is awesome, so I'm okay with picking those up. And then I think I just want to see what the second merchant has. I don't have any enchanted attacks. If I did, that thing can go off. But yeah, no, I don't have any, so... I think I'm kind of okay with this. Because then I can plating Void Form. Sure. Then I take nothing. And then this turn we have free Particle Wall. Free Particle Wall. Do I even need to do that? Because I can play Patter. I think I just play Patter. Yeah, that seems better. We play Patter, then we play... Because this will make it so that I eat this attack anyway. So then we Solar Strike... Or, whoops, that was dumb. I should have played Falling Star first. Whoopsie poopsie. Bad sequencing. I was like, oh, I can play Falling Star afterward, but obviously the free star is kind of important. Okay, so I pitched this, this, and this. And then we went Gamma Blast, Void Form. And then it was Particule Wall, Pater, Falling Star, Solar Strike, and then we play Orbit. Okay, there we go. Because that maintains another turn of weak and vulnerable, which is quite important. Free Resonance is amazing. Free Glimmer is also quite good. I think I don't mind to defend next turn. I'm not going to be frail, so I think that makes sense. And then we can just get in, like, some reasonable damage this turn. And then Sword Sage for free is obviously gross. So I think we just do this, and then we can Shining Strike. And then Reflect will eat a bunch of damage there. Okay. The danger was that I could have stood to take a decent amount there, but luckily... Huh. Discarding that Sovereign Blade actually kind of fucks now. That might have been wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Discarding that... I've been pretty happy to have opening hand Sovereign Blade, especially in conjunction with, like, yeah. You know what? We're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna pop this. Yeah, I think that lesson makes sense. Like, opening hand Sovereign Blade... Especially when I have Sword Sage and ways to make things vulnerable, makes a lot of sense to me. So let's Particle Wall, Falling Star, Patter, Solar Strike, Orbit, and then I definitely don't do this. And then free Resonance, free Hans Glimmer, and then just like Spear Strike pass, just like last time. And then once we can establish Sword Sage, yeah, like that just helps tremendously with damage. So then we go Sword Sage. Bulwark, Sovereign Blade, yeah. And then that triggered... Orbit, nice. I was like, how did I get an extra energy? Orbit. That's how. Yeah, because now when I redraw it, it's going to be substantially stronger. Okay, so upgraded colorless cards. I mean, I'm taking an okay amount of damage, but I don't think that's worth it. So let's do Bulwark, Robert Patterson, Defend, Shining Strike. I mean, I may as well play Arsenal, but it's not really going to do anything. And I'm only taking 6. And then, I mean, yeah, Gamma Blast is excellent here. So I could Gamma Blast Shining Strike and then just, like, redraw Shining Strike. That's interesting. But I kind of don't hate trying to find Sovereign Blade here. Yeah, perfect. This is an easy sacrifice. And then we get Gorget. Alright, Gorget's good. Yeah, no, I'm alright with that. Oh, wow. I like all of these. So with Void Form, I feel like Ice Cream's a little bit less necessary. However, Ice Cream can be really good with Candelabra. And with this. Like, if you don't need to dump all of them on a turn, the fact that that can carry over is huge. This is a lot more appealing now that I have Arsenal. So is this, actually. This with Arsenal is actually insane, right? Yeah, this is crazy with Arsenal. Because every turn I just get to get 2 strength. Yeah, that's insane. So we'll buy Nicol Bolas. Because normally I would be like, on this. But, yeah, no, that's actually crazy. Okay. And then we probably want this as well. But if I buy that, I can't buy Ice Cream. Belt Buckle's pretty good. God, I mean, okay, so Ice Cream can also help me set up really good Void Form turns. This is a good card, though. That's really tough. Because as far as upgrades, I would definitely want to upgrade this if I bought it. And then I could just, like, buy Belt Buckle. Huh. Maybe that's crazy not buying Ice Cream. Because we also have Orbit. Alright, I'm gonna do this and this. Because I think with Arsenal, the things that make colorless cards are, like, really, really powerful. And in that case, do I want to just go for an additional upgrade, but lose all of the elite fights? Or do I want to get an additional upgrade specifically for this? And, I mean, we have a bit more wiggle room, because this is 2 elite fights where I could easily end up needing to heal at both of these. Actually, sorry, it's 3 elite fights. And I guess I could pivot. Well, if I pivot toward this elite fight, we lose the upgrade. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, Clumsy is really not very scary. And 67 gold isn't gonna do anything anymore. Alright, Letter Opener's awesome. Definitely helps you tack on more damage. Head Nib's not bad either. Alright, we're shaping up halfway decently here. So I think we want to upgrade Manifest Authority. Upgrading Glow is also really good. Upgrading Solar Strike might just be correct, honestly. I'm probably gonna get fucked, but I'm gonna upgrade this. I mean, Royal Poison doesn't stand to be that good for me here. I would only be healing a little bit, so I guess we do this. I don't really love either option. Well, career does nothing, so that sucks. I do think we just go upgrade, probably Solar Strike. It's Solar Strike or Glow. Maybe even just Glow. Because I think in more situations we're going to be playing Glow than Solar Strike. And then we just, like, heal at this one. Alright, fair enough. Well, I haven't fought these guys in a while. Alright, so this turn... I'm gonna hang on to Sovereign Blade. I have regretted pitching it in many situations, so we're gonna maintain that lesson. So let's play Orbit. Play Glow. Play Particle Wall. Actually, I don't even need to play Particle Wall, because we have Gorget plus Permafrost. So, in that case... I can just, like, Gamma Blast Crescent Spear? Or even Fall... Actually, I think Falling Star Crescent Spear is the better option. So I want to hit this one. Oh. Shit. I was going to say I want to hit this one because it's buffing itself, but, I missed the fact that it's fucking not going to die. Well, Nicol Bolas. No, I'm weak! Nicol Bolas doesn't kill this! Such tilt. Such tilt. Alright, well, let's play Glow again. I mean, Glimmer's pretty good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Well, Shining Strike is awesome. That's basically exactly what we're looking for. I think I can just put Reflect back on top. Because this is just gonna die to Shining Strike. Oh, that's... Oh. Right, okay. So we can just Nicol Bolas this guy. That's right, I fucking forgot about Letter Opener. I have so many relics at this point, hard to keep track. I probably should have... Well, no, going after, one, like, set side of them matters a lot, because then I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. You're in a much better... May as well stack Patter. You're in a much better spot if you can ever face down one enemy versus two enemies. And so by going after one side of these guys, you are more quickly being able to fight just one side. Like, just one enemy as opposed to multiple, if that makes any sense at all. So, Orbit... I mean, with Captain's Wheel, we are gooch. Yeah. Captain's Wheel is fucking crazy, dude. Oh. I should have played Nicol Bolas, because then I could have triggered Arsehole, but it's okay. So we'll play Arsehole. I guess, actually, we want to play Resonance first. Yeah. Then we play Arsehole, and then I Sovereign Blade this. To get 2 strength, and then we Solar Strike this so that I don't take a zillion. We play Pale Blue Dot, and we attack this. Okay, I'm fine with that. We should have had Nicol Bolas to get additional strength, and that was definitely a fucking oversight. I drew it anyway, because I'm really good at this game. So we start Gamma Blast for sure, because that's free. And then we can Nicol Bolas. Actually... I may as well Patter and then Nicol Bolas just to get in a little bit more. Alright, well, Sovereign Blade's obviously great here. And we can just, like, strike this guy, and then there's no more on this side. And then I can pass. Like, I could have saved Pen Nib, but, I mean, this is just gonna one-shot these anyway, so I don't know how much that really matters. Wait, why is this 0 now? Is there layering like there is in Magic? where, because I played Sword Sage before I played Void Form, and because I played Sword Sage before I played Void Form, this is now free. That's actually really huge. Wow, okay. Well, in that case, let's Resonan say. I mean, I don't even need to reflect this turn, right? We can just, like... Need to think about this sequencing, because we can play Nicol Bolas at any time. And then... Falling Star... But that doesn't necessarily... I mean... What, like, Falling Star, Reflect? Because, I mean, sure, Sovereign Blade just straight up kills it. Well, I mean, that works, too. And then we can Nicol Bolas this... Because they... Oh, and we hit alignment off of that? That's absurd. Oh, I should have actually noticed Monologue. I did not. And then we can just Sovereign Blade this. Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, that was fucking gross. I don't... I mean, a second Resonance is a little bit more defensible with Void Form, but again, if you have Void Form, you're just winning anyway. So I would way rather just do this. Because then hopefully we can sacrifice this and get another Relic. That'd be cool. Well, we don't need these. I could also theoretically pitch Solar Strike. I could pitch, like, all of these and just try to look for Void Form. Because this is far and away... Well, I mean, other turns with things like this could be okay for Void Form. I think I'm okay with this. And then, well, I mean, or we could just have Void Form. Like, that works too. And then we lead Gamma Blast, Reflect. If I'm going to play something for free, it may as well be Falling Star, and then we play Glow. Don't need Particle Wall, so we can just do this. And now, do I want to play Sovereign Blade? I don't think so. I think saving it for, Sword Sage makes sense. And then we can PBD, or actually, I may as well just do this first. And then do this and see what we hit. Alright, Blazing Salvos is pretty decent. Play this, play Venerate, pass. And then... Nicol Bolas. We want to... Sword Sage. Bulwark. And then Sovereign Blade. Okay. And then I can Nicol Bolas. Oh, did I not play Arsehole on turn 1? Oh. Oh, I should have. That was actually really fucking bad. So we can Glow into Shining Strike this. And then we're one short on Ampule. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking not playing. Oh! I couldn't play Arsenal on turn 1 because of Void Form. Obviously. The fuck am I thinking? I would just reset for no reason. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. That's obviously why. I assumed I had Arsenal active. I did not. Okay, so our sequence is still the same. Okay, that is all the same. I mean, if I can figure out how to deal one more point of damage, that could be nice. How many spells did I play that turn? I played... this, and Pale Blue Dot, so that should work, right? Yeah, okay, so then... we determine that line is a tiny bit short, but I don't think I have a better line anyway. So... Sword Sage, Bulwark, Sovereign Blade. Damn, and we had a pen nib trigger there. That was really insane. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just... Because glow plus this is still short. Put it to 11, because this dealt 2... Which, I mean, I may as well play it. And then this deals... Because we're a weakie. Yeah... So playing Glow doesn't do anything, so we may as well just play Orbit Defend. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I don't take, like, a horrible amount of damage. So we can just, like, Shining Strike, Glow the Shining Strike, Glow the Shining Strike. Alright. Ugh. Devastate is good, and, I mean... Outside of... Sword Sage Sovereign Blade, I don't think I'm hitting that hard a lot of times. Wow. Would I rather have Devastate or another Relic? Honestly, I think I want Devastate. Alright, and then we're gonna heal. Upgrading Devastate would be sick, but I need max survivability and we don't have Pantograph, so... Off we go. So, leading Sword Sage... Oof. I mean, it is something I want to establish as quickly as possible. That's real awkward. That's real awkward. Because I could just do, like... Because, I mean, I could play Sword Sage, Falling Star, Defend, Defend. And that's really, like, not a bad turn 1. Oh, God, alright. Let's see what happens if I do that. I suppose I didn't even need to Falling Star? Oof. Well, I mean, of these, I have to play Shining Strike. So we'll play that, which lets me play Resonance, and that's pretty good. And then we can play Pale Blue Dot and pass. I could Cosmic Concoction, but I really think I want to save this for once I have Arsehole active. What a turn. I mean, I have to play Void Form. I just don't have a choice. And I mean, I only take 10, so, like, it could be a lot worse. And Void Form's super fucking important. Alright, Reflect is great here. So we can go... Reflect, Glow... I guess it doesn't really matter what order I do this in. Glow... And then we Arsehole... I guess Particle Wall's a pretty good hit. I'm gonna Cosmic Concoction first to get the most information here. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. So we can Secret Technique for Particle Wall. Play Particle Wall. 18, 19, and then... Secret Weapon... 3 random cards. That could actually be okay here. Yeah, I'm pretty alright with that. And then I can Secret Weapon Gamma Blast, which maybe I should have done first. And then play, like, Glow. I could play Strike, I guess. The idea with playing Glow is that it gets me a little bit more stars, but I mean, we have Void Form. And killing this thing quickly does matter. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so... this turn we can just, like... Sovereign Blade should just clean this up, yeah. So that works. And then we Nicol Bolas. Or I guess I should Gamble Blast before I Nicol Bolas. And then I think Secret Weapon for Shining Strike makes the most sense. Wait, where's my Shining Strike? Oh, literally right here. Okay, yeah. Because I can hit Devastate, but I can't play it. Yeah, no, Shining Strike is just great here. And then... I could just... Because Crescent Spear hits decently hard, but I think just Glow... I guess that sequencing was slightly bad. Because if I had glowed first, we could have just played both, which would have ended up being better. Okay, so I do need to take into account the fact that if I put Shining Strike back on top, it will be one of the cards that I can only play once. I can Secret Technique for Reflect. This was an amazing hit off of that potion. And then we play Reflect for free. And then I play Particle Wall for free. And then, sadly, we cannot replay Particle Wall, but we work with what we're given. And then we have to play Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas plus Arsenal is really sick. And then Orbit Falling Star Venerate is fine. I take... what, 7? This thing's got solid damage on it, and the nice thing is that I am generating strength every single turn, so, like, we're just gonna be hitting harder and harder every single turn. Well, Catastrophe is actually insane here. So let's go ahead and do that. Do I want to Nicol Bolas first? So then we can put, like... I mean, just one of these I can't play anyway back on top? Sure, why not? And then Bulwark... Robert Patterson... actually, I should Manifest Authority first, just to get max it. Wow, that's also really good. So then, I mean, we may as well Nicol Bolas. Patter, Defend... Defend... Prolong, and then both of these. Nice! Good! Okay. That was actually a pretty damn clean run. Arsenal is so good, dude. If you can pick this card up... Because I even picked it up kind of late, and it was still really good. Outstanding. Yeah, no, that was excellent. Wow. Alright. Cool beans, man. Well, that's awesome. Didn't take very long. It actually took me less time to crack A9 with this than with Necrobinder, which is surprising. I think it's just because I'm getting a little bit more used to the game, which also helps. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I think I want to do like one Silent run to try to boost Silent up to... Because I want to get everyone to A10 and then delve back into Necrobinder. Also, they made this game so much harder. This was the A20... like, downside in the first game. And now it's the 8-10 one. Like, that is nuts. But yeah, super down to continue jamming, like, one more Silent run. I mean, these are both pretty bad. So I think I'm down to just add Neo's Fury. Maybe I'm slightly undervaluing Large Capsule. I don't know. Neo's Torment's good, though. It's fine. Like... An additional strike especially is just so brutal. Alright, so let's see for pathing. This is a really good start. And then... Okay, that's a few more events than I might like. What about if we go this way? So, and how many rests is that? 3. And if we go this way, it's also 3 rests. So 1, 2, 3, and 2 elites. That seems pretty good. And then it's a couple fewer events, which... I mean, I guess if all of my events early hit, like, fights or something, then I could pivot that way as well. So I think that makes sense to me. Because in general, we want to be hitting, like, 1 to max 3 events in Act 1, because you really want to be prioritizing fights to start building your deck. I mean, I guess I can go Strike, Neutralize Neo's Fury, and then just, like, I don't know, strike this, neutralize this for a little bit of damage. Sure. Sure. And then Alright, and this will put it dead to any strike next turn, or actually neutralize as well, which is pretty nice. Oh, wow. So, Calculated Gamble got changed in this because it's too insane with the Sly mechanic. This is a good card, but Calculated Gamble is still, like, S tier. It's so good. Huh. Interesting. I mean, removing a strike from my deck is appealing. I mean, this is okay. I get to basically heal to full and maybe get another decent card pickup. I think we need to remove a card. It's pretty important to keep our deck as lean as possible. Okay, so yeah, this turn we definitely want to just block all of the damage. Even though this thing does buff itself, and getting in a bit of extra damage against things that buff themselves, that was a little bit of an awkward draw that turn, definitely matters. With Neo's Fury, I feel like we have enough damage. Yeah. And Calculated Gamble could help us, like, look deeper, too. So, I mean, Haze is pretty sick with Calculated Gamble. And Calculated Gamble's leading us toward the discard deck already. I suppose I'll take this. I mean, it's also decent with Survivor, of course. So, yeah, I mean, here, I think, like, I could play Calculated Gamble, but then I'm just drawing into a bunch of blocks that I just want next turn anyway. Yeah. That was honestly kind of a perfect turn 1. So... Huh. Alright, yeah, defend, Neo's Fury is correct here. We need to be getting in damage, and I only take 3. Because we're just... Oh god, that actually really sucks. I didn't quite do the math on that 3 strikes doesn't kill it. But... Okay, I have to Calculated Gamble here. Do we neutralize Calculated Gamble? I think so, because that puts it dead to any 1 strike. Yeah. If we hit 2 strikes, it doesn't matter, but... Pinpoint can be a really, really solid card. These are both, like, pretty medium. This is an okay card. This is also okay in certain decks, but in general, we want to be valuing damage, and if you can pull off Pinpoint consistently, like, it's a lot of fucking damage. That being said, I think Neutralize... is still the upgrade? Ooh, that's hard, man, because the difference between 2 week and 1 week is just so huge. I'm gonna try this, but I mean, the difference between 17 damage and 25 damage is also pretty fucking huge, so, you know. So I could Neo's Fury here, but I don't hate just Calculated Gambling. Alright, Haze is interesting. Alright, we can just strike Pinpoint. I guess that's alright. Upgrading Calculated Gamble is also something to have thought about. Oof. I think I have to skill potion here. Which maybe I should have done earlier. Haha, hell yeah, man. Naps kick ass. The older I get, the more I love naps. My wife and I are big nappers. Let's see here. I mean, Hidden Daggers is probably objectively the most important of these. Because then I can just go, like, discard this, discard this. Neutralize, strike, strike. Like, it's okay. It's a decent amount of fucking damage, but it's alright. I mean, I guess I may as well Survivor this. God, because then it's gonna add 3 more of those fucking things to my deck. God, then I can't even strike plus pinpoint this turn. That's such ass. Alright, whatever. I mean, Neo's Fury's not horrible here. It's just, a lot of the time, my issue with this card a lot of the time is it just ends up being 10 damage exhaust, which is okay, but like, yeah, this is kind of fucking rough. Taking a lot of damage here. Okay, so Hidden Daggers is not bad. How do we want to do this? So this is 6-12. Okay, so we 12 this. The daggers will both kill this, so we neutralize this and then play this. And then the daggers will kill this, and then I take 6 as opposed to 8. Still pretty shitty, but, okay, yeah, that's not bad, because then I can Survivor pitch this, and then just, like, pinpoint this guy. Yeah, that's not horrible. Block. Oh, you're so gross. I mean, okay, I have survivability this turn, but... I mean, where does that really leave me? So, we can Hidden Daggers these two. Or 8. Yeah, alright. So... Shiv this, pinpoint this, strike this, I guess? I don't know. I'm screenshotting this. This is hilarious. This has to be a clipped moment. I'm so far behind on that shit. There's still, like, some individual fights that I need to clip and all that stuff, but, like, this is fucking hilarious. Alright, we are extremely dead. One more time. So Pearl, I do think Greed is fantastic, and it's even better in Silent, where you have the a lot more ability to just, like, discard the shitty curses in your deck that don't help you. And Silent draws so many cards that it ends up being pretty good. 1, 2... So if we could path... Because obviously, if we grab Greed and path to this merchant, that's totally fine. But I want to see if we can maybe path... Can't. I was gonna see if maybe we could path to an even later merchant, because this is, like, a really solid path. This is 4 upgrades. That might just end up being correct anyway, because otherwise what am I doing? I'm going here, I'm hitting this. And then I guess we can pivot to the same path. It's just a little bit of a rougher start. But it's a rougher start after having hit, hopefully, a really good shop. I guess let's try it. Oh, neutralize doesn't even... I was gonna say, I'm kind of debating neutralize target, but it doesn't even kill this anyway, so we may as well neutralize this just for maximum damage reduction. And then... strike this, neutralize this, I suppose. These slime guys are mostly just annoying. I'm definitely going to do this here. Oof. Now I think we just strike. I could pitch a slime and look for a defend. But at a certain point, just being able to play 2 relevant cards that turn, I think matters more. Alright. Took an okay amount of damage there. Dagger Throw is insane. Very okay with Dagger Throw. I also could have started here, I suppose. Given the fact that... actually, yeah, given the fact that there's another event after this, I probably should have gone this way. Yeah, fair enough. Huh. Because, I mean, I could... oh, no, he can't remove Greed. Interesting. This is a little bit awkward. And, I mean, that actually... you know what? You know what? I'm gonna offer Tribute. And we're just gonna path around this. And I'll do an Act 2 Merchant. I'm totally okay with that. Because then we'll go into it with a ton of gold. This is a horrible opening hand, by the way. Yeah. I do think I want to strike rather than strike defend. This thing can do an okay amount of damage, and killing it quickly does matter. Alright. It's not horrible. Minimize our damage taken. Okay, so now the math matters. So next turn we're just drawing a bunch of blocks anyway. So I think... huh. Because if I do this, it's dead to 3 strikes. Or 2 strikes and neutralize, I guess, theoretically. And next turn it's blocking a whole bunch, or I'm drawing a whole bunch of blocks, but that doesn't change the, like, lethal situation, right? Yeah, alright. Fair enough. Cool. Well-laid plans... I mean, Dagger Throw is, like... Dagger Throw and Acrobatics are the 2 best commons. And damage is amazing, but Well-Laid Plans is just too fucking insane. So it actually ends up working out that I didn't start here. Because this option let me pivot. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Maybe it wasn't that cut and dry. I don't know. I'm definitely happy with just Strike, Survivor here. We can definitely just take 1. And racing this thing does matter. Well... so we're taking 6 this turn. I mean, we did pick up Pillow, so when we rest, we'll have more survivability, but still kind of sucks. Wow. They're certainly trying to tell me something, aren't they? I mean, in the poison deck, this is insane. This is really good. This card is good if you have Bouncing Flask, or the one that applies poison to all enemies at the start of your turn. Otherwise, it's a little bit slow. But, I mean, I don't have any poison payoffs at all, and these are all effectively dead until I do. So I just don't think I take anything here. Those are basically all cards you already take. You take if you're already in that archetype, and I'm not. Huh, okay. So we need to play 2 defense this turn. We have the interesting choice of, do I want to play well-laid plans? I think, honestly, I'd rather just play strike. Because now, this is dead to 2 strikes. Or a dagger throw plus a neutralize, which is also pretty fine. And then I can survivor this, play defend pass. Arguable maybe instead of playing the defend, I should have played... Yeah, because then I only take 1. I should have played strike on the smaller guy to break the debuff. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that was definitely correct. Alright. And then we dagger throw, discard this. Then we neutralize, strike here to break that survivor, and then I only take 1. And I think that makes this board state much more manageable. Okay. Because now I can just, like, trips defend here, and not... This doesn't feel like as much of a slog to, like, punch through on a following turn. Perfect. And now... I think I'm okay defending here because we have neutralize to try to break this. And then I can just, yeah, I can just go like strike, survivor, and that's totally fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, and now it dies to any strike. So yeah, I think that line made a lot more sense. Oh wow. So with enough enablers, Speedster's crazy. Blade Dance has gotten a lot worse since they nerfed it. Leading Strike. If you have Shiv enablers, Leading Strike's a very good card. And I mean, even by itself, like, it's just a solid amount of damage for 1. Speedster is the highest risk here for me to go for. Because if you end up with a deck where this is amazing, like if you have acrobatics and all that kind of stuff, then this card really goes off. But, I mean, currently I just have Dagger Throw, really, right? And, I mean, who knows where I could end up. And I think both Blade Dance and Leading Strike are really solid on their own. Which one's better? They do about the same amount of damage. Blade Dance is less committal because it exhausts, I guess? That's fair. And then we want to... Unfortunately, I have to heal here, but we basically go back to full and then get an elite fight. And upgrading after an elite fight is, like, preferable anyway. Oh, it's this fucker back for revenge. I am back for revenge. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. I guess I retain Greed. There's really no reason not to. And it could give me, like, discard fodder for Survivor or something. It also means that I'm not redrawing it at, like, a weird or awkward time. God, this also sucks, dude. Because, like, I can defend... I have to strike this and then just take 3. Like, we just need to punch through. And then I can retain a defend for next turn when it attacks. Yeah. Still sucks. Okay, so then dagger throw, strike, and then, I mean, we can neutralize one of these guys, retain survivor. I guess that's fine. I could also retain neutralize, but I think retaining survivor makes more sense. Let's just hit the lowest HP one, I suppose. Okay. I'm not sure how it's decided which ones are going to attack and which ones aren't. Definitely pitch one of these. We can survivor another one of these. And then, I mean, yeah, we're just going to strike here. Alright. Again, I guess I retain this. There's really kind of no reason not to. And then, alright, I mean, that's still really not awesome. Wow, that's rough, dude. Because, like, as far as math, like, I need to be able to... I even probably should have gone after this guy. Because I think they alternate attacking and debuffing, right? So, yeah, we should have gone after that guy. That was loose. Yeah, that was definitely loose. Whatever. I'm taking a zillion damage here anyway. Yeah, that's exactly right. But, I mean, it's gonna die, because I'm good at this game, but, like, that was... Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, no, that was wrong. Alright. One more time. One more time. I might still just die here. Yeah, I did not fully think that through. And, like, I don't know, I could save Blade Dance for a little bit more burst damage on the littler guys when they spawn, but, I mean, we need to break this first anyway, right? And I don't think it's gonna... Like, I need to get the damage in on this. Just strike, retain, defend. God, that's such ass. Yes. And then, yeah, dagger throw, strike, strike, neutralize one of these, retain survivor. Alright, okay, and then discard this, play this, discard this, strike. Here... Yeah, that's what I did before. Okay. And then may as well retain this. Yeah, then strike kills this, I double defend. Still such ass, dude. Okay, and now it's this turn where it's strike here, defend, defend. Okay. Yeah, because that's how their sequencing works. So then... And I still take a zillion D, and there's still fucking 2 of these left. So I could still very well easily die. Yeah. 2 in a row. 2 in a row to this fucking sub-boss. Look at this. Look at this shit. I screenshotted that one, too. That's absurd. That's absurd. Alright, one more. One more. Maybe I should have hit the merchant. I guess. I was being greedy by pathing around the merchant, but, I mean, I guess I should have hit it, because I guess my deck wasn't good enough to beat this thing. Fair enough. Fair enough. I thought we could punch through 1 elite, but... I mean, that thing was fat. There's no doubt about that. Like, it generates over 100, like, total HP that you have to deal with. I may as well look at our path before we make a choice, right? Ugh. Yeah, in order to get, like, a solid path here, we basically have to hit an early merchant. Because I can go this way, but that's only 2 rest areas, which I really don't like Act 1. And then, I mean, we go this way, and I can path here. I mean, theoretically, sure, I guess I could path around this merchant, but this is, like, such a brutal stretch. It's essentially 6 fights, one of which is an elite before I get a rest area. That just doesn't seem feasible. So I think we probably have to do this. Because, like, yeah. Random rare can be really potent. Fuck it. RNGesus take the wheel. Ooh, especially upgraded. Shadow Meld is not bad. Before it's upgraded, it's a little underpowered, but once you upgrade it, it's really insane. Because it costs 0 once it's upgraded. Okay, so then this turn, yeah, I think we just need to go Strike, Survivor. Maintaining your life total with Silent really matters because it has the least aggressive starting deck, but you also need to make sure that you can kill shit. God. So I know I'm drawing 1 strike next turn. I don't know. Like, this dies to 2 strikes. Oh, okay, it's buffing itself. Okay, we drew 2 strikes anyway, but... Bouncing Flask is... one of the reasons to play Poison. Flick Flack is a fine Sly payoff. This is pretty decent in the discard deck, but Bouncing Flask is, like, one of the reasons to play Poison. And once you upgrade it especially, that card is fucking nuts. So, very happy to pick up Bouncing Flask. Yeah, let's fire that off. Interesting. I mean... Sure, I suppose I can just, like, neutralize this, strike this, and then this will die to poison, sure. That is some interesting odds. So we can go strike here, survivor, which is also very reasonable. Well, alright, I mean, didn't have any other options, and getting those out of our deck is pretty decent. Awkward turn for Shadow Meld. I do think I slimed here. Okay, alright, that's not bad. Because even if I draw a defend, like, I think I'd rather play defend strike there than 2 defends, I think. Or than 2 strikes. Okay. So we are a poison deck, which bouncing... I mean, so we could lean toward the poison deck, which this is very good, this is eh. Sorry, this is pretty good, this is eh. But Backflip is amazing in every deck, and keeps us open. And the thing is, you don't even necessarily need to play... Hold on. Because if we decide to path around elites... Huh... Trying to think which of these is the better option here. Because we could hit something that gives us an okay amount of gold before the merchant. Like, that is tempting. Huh. Well, like that. Yeah. That's kind of exactly what I was talking about. Automation is absolutely insane. So we're going to take automation. Accuracy in the Shivs deck is really good, but we currently don't really have any enablers for that. These are both pretty solid. I really like Bilbo Baga, but, especially for leaning toward poison, it's a little less good. And automation is incredible. Oh, my lovely wife is calling me because she's upstairs. 1 second. Oh. She's so cute. She was upstairs and wanted to get my attention. It's her days off, so we definitely want to hang out, and she finished her nap. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this shop, and then we'll call the stream for today. Prepared basically just helps you filter. I think we definitely want to remove a strike, and then figure out... So what are we looking at here? Because I'd really like to... upgrade Bouncing Flask first and foremost, then this, or then this, then this. So survivability definitely matters. Speed Potion probably helps more with that than this. And then Prepared can help us, like, tear through our deck, or... Yeah. And it can be a discard enabler. Alright, I'm gonna try that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I might stream later tonight, we'll see. But, for now, that's going to be that, and I'm not usually going to be streaming on weekends, but, you know, this was kind of a wonky week with, just, like, covering shifts at that shop and stuff, so I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much, as always.